Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only master propaganda hero of Psych Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to a glorious 1v1 own Kholodny Ferma. I haven't seen that one a bit. Not the most popular or 1v1 map, at least not the higher ranks. In these, it is Findeed, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Forming up here with the 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitlerjugend. Hitler, that's a hell of one. Anyways, so Secret Service here with Assault Grenadiers, Panther Moldiers, Breakthrough Packages, Mobile Observation Posts, and Tiger Race with Anti-Tank and Infantry Pantherfast. In the west, it is Caesar, fighting for the British Army in the Commonwealth. The 1st Canadian Infantry Division here with Mobile Assault featuring 81mm mortar teams, Royal Engineer Recovery Squads, Infiltration Commandos, Vehicle Crew Repairs, and the Land Matchers. Triple section there versus Assault Grenadiers MD-32. Or Sturmgrenadiere. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my own personal supporters, the Propagandacast's own company heroes, the Patreon supporters. You too can join the ranks for Patreon, or you can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. Finally, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. You'll spread the word of the Propagandacast and ensure more people learn of its glory. So, off to the races here. Assault Gun sort of towards the point here and then towards the fuel point as the machine gun pioneer is forming up to a small tactical attachment. Hit the centre there. Look to secure it before the British do, but they're too late. Those damn Englishmen have always been there.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
But at least they're able to prevent them from laying down the sandbags. Section falling back here. Grenadiers go for Findeed. Some players go for like all Assault Grenadiers. Other players go for like a mix. Personally, I'm definitely on the more go for a mix. Have the Assault Grenadiers form an assault team to then support your Grenadiers. I find that tends to work fairly well. We got the Royal Engineer Recovery Squad here, basically a 5-man sapper squad, which almost has the performance of an Assault Grenadier squad, while also being cheaper and having access to a lot more other things. So, anyways, quick sprint here from Findeed. Soldiers coming up with the section here, pushing that with MP40s. Grab the point here and there. Grenadiers saying northwards. Note, it was not a official organisation there, but assault grenadiers with MP40s full out. That said, they could be created, from situation to situation by their commanding officer. In which case, I'm not entirely sure they've actually been equipped with MP40s, more like equipped with captured like submachine gun stocks. For example, Soviet submachine guns in particular were popular. They were also very popular with the Waffen SS. So theoretically, they've been equipped with the like PPSH-41s or the MP40R, which was a PPS-41 but converted towards 9mm Parabellum. Fun fact there. Mortar for Caesar here, striking hard at those damn Germans. Very nice to see that. Also nice some early mortars. Findeed probably going to go for another Grenadier squad. They could also sneak in another Assault Grenadier squad. In particular, a map like Kholodny Ferma does really like assault troops like the Assault Grenadiers. In this case, the Royal Engineer Recovery Sappers. Got the Assault southwards there with MP40s. Held tightly. Sectioning positioning a bit here. Sectioning forward backed up here by the M1 81mm mortar team. 2nd Grenadier squad almost down there for Findeed. Definitely a bit unusual capping order for Findeed, but again, clearly hints that he considers the centre more important than immediately getting the fuel point here. Since that way you could arguably, in some ways, shall we say, direct the flow here against Caesar. Though, of course, the mortar undermines this as he can't hold the centre here. So the mortar is a very good counter pick here for Caesar. Certainly shows you that mobile assault again, is a very solid command. Even it's not the most popular command of the British, at least some British players. But again, it offers you a lot of variety of tools. And certainly on a map like Kholodny Ferma, again, offers some really good tools. Findeed is actually going for a fairly heavy tier 1, with not just 2 Grenadiers and Assault Grenadier squad, but 3 Assault Grenadiers and Assault Grenadier squad. Arguably could have maybe snuck in like another Assault Grenadier squad instead, but that's a small minor point there. More Royal Recovery Sappers, we'll just call them that here in the south. Grenadiers versus the Sappers, they're closing in with their stun guns. Tagging into the Grenadiers there. Quick get a kill there. Assault wing to support here, very good. Nice sprint there by Findeed. Sending those Sappers running. Grenadiers in toward retreating. The stun gun was a basically British attempt to copy the MP40, at least the MP40 mechanism, and basically make a really cheap submachine gun.
We're losing a capture point.
Tech there for Findeed. That will later on then be copied by the Germans by the very end of the war when they tried to make their own even cheaper and more crude submachine gun, the MP3008. Little fun side note there. Troops sitting out there from the base. Tech on the way there for Findeed. Sappers section pushing on the cut-off point there. Tech there done for Caesar and the British. North they got the points that in there by the British. Very good there. Even just drawing cover there, so there's no real way there that Findeed can easily hide around his car point. At least there's a lot less he can hide behind. Got the car point, trying to go onto the fuel point. There we go. Grenadiers attacking again. Plus, we still have the assault guns ranging around the south here, but still, Caesar's displaying some strong aggression here versus Findeed, hitting car points and just pressuring him. Mortar, though, is a bit too slow to support the attack properly. That could definitely be something improved there by Caesar. Though it's not completely out of the way, but I feel like it could have been more closer around here to probably smoke screen for something against some of Findeed's stuff here still. He's got most of Findeed's forces around in the base. We do get a rifle grenade off here, and Caesar does not mess about on that account. Nice move from Findeed as well, looking to threaten the retreat path. Vickers on the way there, and we got a Pioneer squad here for Findeed as he lost his previous one. Good kill there for Caesar. He also has teched up, but he's yet to utilize it. And we got the Section there being harassed by the assault grenades, getting some shots in with MP40s. We also got the flamethrower on the sappers. Quite an intense set of early minutes here between Findeed and Caesar. Vickers flying up for Caesar. Like to make a nice company going out there for Findeed. Going for the munitions point there. Grenadiers pushing for the center. Back here in Caesar's base. No upgrades yet for the sections. No sign of weapon racks or grenades. Could also, of course, go for commander squad soon. That could be quite painful there for Findeed to deal with. Got the car on there with the assault grenadiers there. Got the car point there. Vicker setting up. Medics halfway done. 4-2 is the Vickers there. Still a good push with Findeed. Definitely turns the tables a bit on Caesar. Of course, Caesar does have the mortar to quickly undermine this. Like, for someone smoking around here, could quickly put the machine gun out of the effort very rapidly. Could also try to bombard it, though so far. Worth noting, Caesar's not using the barrage intelligence mortar much of it all, which definitely undercuts a bit the strength of the mortar. But there you go, nonetheless, the threat of the mortar does. Holy smokes, he didn't even need to barrage there. Could have done it, probably wouldn't got wiped. Might have had a chance of getting wiped, but still almost got the entire before-2 crew wiped out. So, kind of works out there for Caesar. Kind of works out. Sarsart there, submitting down mines, very good. We got an armoured car for Findeed and the German army. Caesar here could, of course, go for the armoured car himself, the AC Mark III, but instincts are telling me he may just be pushing straight for some armour. Got a northern point there secured. Armoured combat in there for Findeed, and the same got the section about here. Grenadiers fighting a bit back. Hasn't had much chance for resources, so a lack of light machines is definitely going to be very apparent here for Findeed. Very apparent. Which, of course, again, I think is just a highlight just to enable Caesar to be able to just, well, control the map and pressure. Findeed, he's just not going to get much munitions. There you go, mine laid down, but armoured car cuts it off. At least give a hint there to Findeed. There's been a mine laid down, maybe sort of paid attention sooner. Hard to say. Yeah, I think it does look like attack around here. Oh dear, he's moving into. That's actually a bit risky there for Caesar. That could actually like blow up on his sapper's feet there. He's not. Yeah, there we go. Fortune for him though, Findeed is not immediately breaking into pursuit. He could have gotten a wipe down the sappers there. Another strong here push by Caesar on the cuff point. Up north we got the assault guns pushing back the sappers there. Got 5 kills, veterans run there. Findeed could of course say go for another assault grenadier squad now, or a panzer grenadier squad. Add in some more infantry. Of course, a mortar could also be an excellent addition to hit back both at Caesar's mortar, but also support weapons. Ooh, grenade assault here. Flush out the assault grenades quite nicely. Caesar could also now consider a infiltration commander squad. You could also just take up, honestly, but I think some commanders just as an extra hardy assault element that would be a good idea for Caesar. Mortar for Findeed, the Granatenwerfer. Good response there, and of course just a good tool to have in most cases, I find. If you can find the time and resources for it, it can provide you with some strong utility. Heading for the silent pump, there you go, mine loses Friedrich and Otto. Mein Gott, Friedrich! Otto! I really hated you guys. You always bullied me, so I'm kinda happy to see you go. I just wish it wasn't, you know, at the British front line. I'm recovering about here. No sign of anything further from Findeed or from Caesar. Send us on light machine guns. Machine then being barred again by the mortar. Of course, now Findeed has his own Granatenwerfer here. Sappers closing on the gun DC with the Sten guns and Minesweeper. Watch out, Friedrich! That man has a Minesweeper! Why that's not harmful? I need to shoot him more so he can deal down faster. Oh, yeah. No sign of tech there for Findeed yet. Not from Caesar, despite I would say he's actually looking fairly advantaged for it, in particular as the British, who have overall the fastest and cheapest tech in general. It is a bit surprising that he's not pushing for it just a bit faster here. Like, you could theoretically like Russian Centaur here versus Findeed, which could be quite devastating if handled correctly. You do get tech there for Findeed, which also opens up for the veteran squad lead on his assault grenadiers. Always a handy upgrade that. Biggest they come against the southern push. Veterans one gain, opening up here for the take aim. So, not much on the use. I mean, he's obviously going for 2 abilities, but we're not seeing, for example, the commandos yet here for Caesar, and we're not seeing any tech either. Perhaps there's a bit of hesitation there with Caesar. Looking for the optimal path here to bring defeat to Findeed and his merry band of Nazis. Going into the sappers here, we got the important gunners as well. Finally got some light machines up here. Definitely increases Findeed's firepower significantly. We do also get take up there for Caesar. Quality with the Vickers, the gunners are quick suppressed and routed. We got 379 to 466. Caesar so far maintaining good victory point lead over Findeed. Tag almost done. Let's see what he goes for here. Centaur Cromwell. As for Findeed, he doesn't even anti-tank, and of course, crucial to note here, with the anti-tank in production of 1 bulletin, he can get up Pack 40 very fast, meaning he can more easily respond to the arrival of a tank if he's not ready for it, though he could also just try and rush out Stuke 3D. That's an option. There you go, nice sprint here, looking to outmaneuver the machine, and he does successfully pass the arc of fire there, catching Caesar here in a nice little infantry blitz. The assault gunner immediately executes the anti-tank gun crew, leaving only 1 man to live. Oh, not even that. Making him run here with the anti-tank gun. Push, Friedrich! Push! This thing weighs a ton! Why did he call it a 6-pounder gun? Things are being pushed back. Cromwell halfway down the for Caesar, and again, Findeed can respond fast, believing that Cromwell will have an impact here. Mortar fire lines with great hits there around the mortar crew, though again, Caesar rapidly crewing it. 6-pounder gun opening the 222, but misses. I want to get out before the mortar takes it out there. Worth noting here, while Caesar may not be the biggest mortar barrage man, Findeed is. Got the Cromwell out there for Caesar. Tank commander. Just needs a quick cup of tea before he pops his head out. Shoots at the armoured car. Whiffs on that one. Pack 40 for Findeed. And again, note the relatively fast production speed again you get there when it just takes like half the time it normally does. So, will Caesar exploit this? Or will he of course be assuming there is a Pack 40 out already, a possible telemines? That's the big question here. Findeed meanwhile caught there want to get up to support McCall. He may also want to consider upgrading the Pioneers with a support package there for increased repair speeds. That's a pretty good addition when you get an armor out. Plus you get access to satchel charges. And trust me, your allies rarely expect your Pioneers to chuck satchel charges at them. Grand Northern victory point here. Got a broad push here by Caesar across pretty much all the victory points right now. Support McCall going for Findeed and the German army. Pack 40 ready, the Panzerabwehrkanone 40. And we finally get some weapon racks here for Caesar. Looks like someone finally found the keys. Oh, I found them! It was on this discarded bin of tea. Oh dear. Yes.
The enemy is taking our territory. Cromwell's ready to run.
More light machines over the Grenadiers. Panther 4 there for Findeed. Interesting enough, not going for the Panther 4 Model J. Bit of a shame that. As it is quite solid, but I'm guessing Findeed is feeling just a bit pressured here by Caesar's rapid attacks here. And rapid armor advance. Handpass in the Cromwell. Plus Pack 40 hit, pushing down to quarter health there. Could use the South to pop a ooh, unit wiped out. There's also they got. Looks like they got the wipe here, maybe something else. All the way, quite below there to Caesar. Could again replace the losses with a commander squad here to surprise Findeed with some rapid aggression there. Sap is routed. The South push from through upon the outmaneuvering Findeed in the South. Good push there by Caesar. Exploiting a bit of a weak spot there. Then at the same time, though, Findeed is just raising it elsewhere. Possibly onto the Vickers. Bypassing, in fact. That's definitely not great there for Caesar, but it is great for Findeed. Particularly if you also remember to select grenades. But there you go. Caesar is not taking that chance. Since, of course, if he made the wrong bet there, he would lose the machine gun. So, rather to retreat it rather than risk losing it. Meanwhile, Findeed pushes ahead here for the German army. Got 287 for 412. 6-pounder gun number 2 here for Caesar. We got the Panther already here for Findeed. Still got a bit of manpower floating about. Could consider caches, more support weapons, more infantry, more pioneers is also make an addition there. Sandbags up at the northern victory point. So yeah, Caesar suddenly in a bit of a pinch here. His fortunes have slightly turned against him here as Findeed strikes for the German army. Deutschland. Mortar could advance a bit further here, and there you go. Second pioneer squad ready there for Findeed. At 40, misses. Gonna these back off for the Panther first there. No point in wasting a Cromwell that's not been fully damaged, honestly. Not fully damaged, you know, damaged at least, so you know, can actually get the damaged engine in. Stops the moving forward here. It seemed like if he had, it wouldn't have been like a huge delay there to Caesar. Most a few seconds, but it could have been crucial seconds. But there goes Sorts flanking in the section. Panther taking it from the Cromwell. Caesar can soon go for another Cromwell. He could also try and go for the Centaur again for like added anti-infantry here work. You could also try and hold up for like a Firefly or even like go for Hammer or, you know, Amble stuff. But I think going for more tanks right now is, I think, more immediately pressing Matty versus Findeed. Another hit on the car on there. Good work. 6-pounder gun Crom. Oh, Bob got hit then. Panther Former second out there. Close call here. That was really close. That was really close. Like, you know, had Caesar been a bit more lucky there, he would have taken out Findeed's Panther 4, left him rather awkwardly exposed there. Crom rolling from the south here, maybe hoping to catch the Panther 4 here. Of course, the way he's moving in, it does signal to Findeed what Caesar's planning. Now the Crom on the way there for Caesar and the British Army. Very good. And I think he's realised he's dived in a bit too far. There you go. Crom on the Pack 4 on the flank there. Punching straight through the Crom's armour. Sandbags, they're done. Reconnected the fuel and pushed off those damn dirty hands. No sign of anything further here for Findeed as of yet. Second Pack 40 could in theory indicate, that considering everything's going, that he might be hoping to stall for a Tiger Ace. Which certainly is a bit ambitious. But second Cromwell almost done there for Caesar. There we go. 2 tanks for Caesar. Now, Caesar, of course, could consider just adding more Cromwells and thus more medium tanks, which honestly isn't a bad strategy. You could also try and consider like aiming for like Comets or Churchill tanks now. You could also just add like a Firefly Centaur, but you know, I think it's more likely to consider more Cromwells or going for something bigger than a Cromwell. There we go. That's a really good flank here by the Cromwell there, catching the Pack 40 off guard here. The only thing that may be effective calling the Commander Squad to assist here. I mean, a Commander Squad right now could be utterly devastating. If there we go. Almost got both Pack 40s out. Again, info support, there's a bit lacking. Smoking deployed here. Again, Commander Squad. Come on, Caesar, just call it in. Said he called in the land matches. I feel like that one is a bit awkward there. Not wrong necessarily, but I feel like the commander squad could help deal with the mortar. The Pack 40 is fast, allowed him to move other troops, also dealt with the machine gun. So definitely feel like the lack of a commander squad here could be argued to be a bit of a tactical error there by Caesar. Not so much he directly made a mistake, but rather he missed out an opportunity, I think, to deal more damage, which arguably is also a mistake, but not quite in the same way as, like, doing something really silly. Northeast Habsburg about could lay down some mines, do not. We do, of course, have the land matches. Not like the land matches is a bad choice at all, but again, I feel like a commander squad here would have been more immediately impactful. Would have given a chance, like, get the Pack 40s more easily out this way, plus the support weapons time to further exploit a gap there, so. Missed opportunity. Got the land matches flying away, though. Carrying into the Grenadiers here. That set the land matches barrage is not the most successful one. Great for Findeed, but a bit of a shame there for Caesar. Pioneers pulling ahead with a mine sweep. Obviously concerned about mines here from Findeed. Thumbs up to that. And so to say the Pioneer support package, which would be a pretty good addition here for Findeed's Pioneers. It does give you a nice boost to your repair speed. Conflicting hits up north here, Glenn hitting a mine, they're taking significant losses, Sex Marine to counter that. We've got 199 to 402. The way the Findeed's resource is looking, and the fact that he's got 2 Pack 40s is now definitely making you think he's very, very likely either going for the Tiger Ace or Tier 4 here. As for Caesar, he's feeling the pressure here from Findeed. Both Cromwell, of course, in need of repairs. Saddles hard to work there. Does anyone feel like crisps? Shut up, Harold. We're repairing tanks. Oh, I just felt crisps would be nice. We hit with the section train MB42. Mortar at the ready. Land matches soon to be ready here for Caesar. Got the bakers opening up here. Could pop Tegain here, for some better support there. I think that'd be a pretty good idea for Caesar. Of course, remember, it does use the barrage ability at least. There we got Telemans in a good spot there from Findeed. Thumbs up. Of Norfolk, Cromwell awaiting some infantry to do the work there. And again, bit of a shortage there on infantry for Caesar, and he's not replaced it, neither with regular sections or commandos. Consider like the assault officer, honestly, So far, again, there seems to be a bit of a lack of matter of rule. Cromwell and Salvati looking to scout out Findeed's southern flank, but also deal some damage, catching this ultimate there. Who have been upgraded with a veteran squad leader, though not at full strength. Doesn't matter, they quickly send packing into the Cromwell. There we go, land matches out again here. Will this time have more of an impact? There we go, hits a pack gunner, hits Grenadiers. Machine gun crew almost wiped out by the land matches. Rockets scouring the area of life. Eastern arm bridges. And there goes straight into the Telemann there with the Cromwell, causing significant damage, engine damage. Heavy Panzer co-op there. So again, will it be a Panther? Will it be a Tiger? Will it be a Sturmpanzer? We'll have to see it from Findeed. Cromwell down though is a great kill here though for Findeed. Really leaves Caesar there much more exposed, and certainly leaves him a bit more vulnerable to a push there from a Tiger Ace. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Another Cromwell, or is he starting to suspect that he's going to have to get ready for dealing for something a bit bigger than a Panzer IV? And by a bit big, I mean much bigger. Another Cromwell for Caesar. He's considering that, he's not showing it for sure. Or at least he's just decided the Cromwells will work alongside the anti-tank guns. Not necessarily wrong. The south mine hit again. More grenadier casualties there for Findeed. Thumbs up to Caesar. So, yeah, he's not going for a Panther Sturmpanzer right now. So, definitely looking like a Tiger Ace for Findeed. Bring in some of the more elite armor here to crush the Inselaffen up northeast section of the trench. Holding the grenadiers there. Bren guns blazing away there from under the camo netting there. Section they're going to use there. South Grange squad retreating there. Cromwell number 2 almost done for Caesar.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
6 pellet guns to the ready, more firing down here. Could lay down no smoke. That's only one thing that's, I would say, is rather notably absent from both players. Not a lot of smoke, if any. Also, Findeed upgrading his pioneers, so good.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Could deliver another land matches badge around here. That would actually be quite painful. And surprisingly, Findeed still keeps bunching up his anti-tank guns like this, because that does kind of feel like an invitation for British rocket artillery to just turn them into mush. Findeed getting ever closer to the Tiger AC. I mean, it's definitely a risk here for Findeed, but at the same time, the way Caesar's playing is to an extent ensuring that Findeed isn't getting punished aggressively for it. Part of it's also, I think, just again, Caesar's failed, for example, clear up those pack 40s when he had the chance with the tank flanking and then just didn't call in commanders to help, you know, clean up the job. Cromwell flying away there. Mortar in a bit of a trouble. Nice hit there. Northern point being seized. Because they're for Caesar and the British Army. Soon he will find he's going to need something to deal with a slightly bigger target. And there you go. Tiger is up there for Findeed and the British Army. Called in for a nearby one on the 1st SS Schwere Panzerabteilung. Actually 102nd, since 12th SS was part of the 2nd SS Panzer Corps, and that had the 102nd SS Heavy Panzer. Yeah, Abteilung. Gotta stay historically, I could at least try to at least somewhat there. Anyways, targets moving forward today. North there, Cromwell pushing back the Pioneer Squad, could get a wipe here on Findeed. On the other hand, the Cromwell being isolated like this is pretty much like, you know, a godsend for the Tiger Racer. That means it's going to win the engagement unless something goes terribly wrong. We do get some troops northwards, but crucially no anti-tank guns, so there's not going to be a lot there to really oppose the Tiger Racer in this first engagement, except poor accuracy.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Second shot misses as well there, but pursues onwards nonetheless for the German Reich. We also got a Bren gun left behind there. Shoots and misses here. Instead hits some squirrels, blows them to splinters. 6 panel guns aren't ready to deal with the Tigers, but the Tigers will move past them where they're expecting it to be. So not the most auspicious inauguration of the Tiger Race here for Findeed. Behold this mighty Wunderwaffen. Come on, Otto. Shoot properly. You're embarrassing us out there. Promise the gun to use here. Ooh, nice flank by the sappers on the mortar. Getting a lot of damage in. They could get a wipe here. Yep, gonna get a wipe. We'll have to see if he actually runs off with it or not. Oh, he does run off with it. Not a bad idea. Oh. Not as useful against that Tiger Race. Currently threatening Caesar supply lines and tanks. Turn to the Pack 40 in a Panderfaust. Leaving the British tank in a bit of a spot of bother, but thankfully for Caesar's tank, his sappers are there to assist. More trenches here for Caesar. Again, he's digging in harder here versus Findeed, as Findeed's like controlling most of the map. I feel like Caesar here is making slightly the wrong call, particularly like it's so far behind anyways. It's not like necessarily a position where like Findeed really needs to attack into. And his tank's still isolated. Being very cautious there with his Tiger Ace. And that Cromwell is in a lot of trouble there. Damaged engine. Roughly quarter health left there. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Land match is flying away. There we got 6 kills on now. There we go. A bit more damage there. Panderful doing to the base. Okay, a bit more than the quarter of health there. Other Cromwell there goes. Smoke shells fired. Narrowly saving the Cromwell here. Narrowly. We also got the entry on the flank here. Plus some sappers. We got a gun keeping things open there. Plus the pack 40 assist there. Got one of the anti-tank guns there. Caesar's position is definitely not improving. Got the Tiger Race on the move again. Damaged engine. Great hit from the 6-pound gun straight for the Panther 4 side armor. And there you go. Destroyed the anti-tank and lost the Panther 4 in the process. Not the best trait there for Findeed. Gunny's around here with the Cromwell and the sappers. What will Caesar go for next? Firefly. More Cromwells. Up north, the Tiger Ace. Meanwhile, striking fear into the lines of Caesar's men. Got 1 kill on it finally. There we go. 2 kills. Behold this supreme Wunderwaffen crude by our finest men, except Otto. Striking fear into the hearts of the Englishmen, except Otto. Yeah, I get it. I'm not a good shot. I don't know how I got stuck into this thing anyways. Another 6-pounder gun there for Caesar, as he lost one hit to those damnable, dirty Germans. Got a Bren gun on the Grenadiers there, alongside MB42, definitely boosting their firepower. Tiger Race lands great in the Cromwell, punches cleanly through the side armour.
Anti-tank gun ready to do some damage.
Run the section over the assault Grenadiers. Grenadiers holding up here as well. So Caesar definitely in a very uncomfortable spot right now as the German army. Though partly one of his own making, one might argue. Findeed another Panther 4 again. Stays clear of the Model J. Perhaps some bad memories
They're trying to take it.
of the Model J. Or maybe just really hates the letter J.
The enemy have knocked out a Cromwell tank.
Good hit there by the Tiger Race on the anti-tank gun. Almost got it there. Punishment to finish off the job here. Mortar hit there. Of course, double mortar is a nice addition for Caesar, though. Not as impressive against the Tiger Race. Although technically doing the fighting in Arnhem, they actually did take out one King Tiger because a mortar round hit its radiators. So, even the humble mortar in actual war can be useful against armor, but there you go. Cromwell taking some nasty hits. They're down to half health already. We've got Land Matches 5 decimating the Pack 40 crews here and wiping one out. 6-pounder guns out the ready here. Tiger Race driving forwards there. Cromwell with the damaged engine. Tiger Race on the move. Suffers the damaged engine himself there. 5 kills. Close to FT2. Great shot there through the Cromwell side armor. Up north there. 6-pounder guns moving forward. We've got the Grenadiers coming up here. The Tiger Race knocks out the other Cromwell, leaving Caesar now completely exposed in terms of armored firepower. His tanks are gone ablaze like a really messed up T-boiler. Tiger Race bouncing all the shots there. And the 6-pounder gun number 2 is about to get wiped out as well with it. I think Findeed will have secured total victory against Caesar in this battle.
Enemy causing trouble.
Caesar's force in disarray. We'll try and turn into another Villiers Bocage.
An HMG crew has been lost to enemy
There
action.
you go, Tiger is pulling back here. Lots of wrecked anti-tank guns. And a machine gun.
We're down to 100 points now.
I think Caesar's given up the ghost here. We're just waiting for the game to react to that. Got the mortar crews that's sort of waiting for something to happen. There we go. GG game over, loss here for Caesar. Victory for Findeed. A nice back and forth battle there. Could have seen a bit more maneuvering on the sides. Again, I feel like Caesar definitely missed out some of those teams really hit and deliver some much stronger blows to Findeed. But also at times he also I think got too passive, which also Findeed to pressure him hard and go for that Tiger Race. But also just allowed to get the aggressive attacks in, which also I think did not favour Caesar at all. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, or of course consider donating or pledging on Patreon. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.